Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today we're building a tiny house, but it wasn't really intended to be a tiny house. This is actually supposed to be a 7,000 simoleon starter home to celebrate hitting 7,000 followers on Twitch, which is wild to me. I cannot believe that number is real, and we actually since then, last night, actually hit 7,500. Which I just can't thank everybody enough for that. Yeah, Twitch has been a great time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I do stream 4 times a week over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi, and I'd love to see you guys over there. But the one thing about this build, 7,000 simoleons, seems pretty easy considering I built like a 10,000 simoleon starter home that had like 2 or 3 bedrooms a couple of weeks ago. Well, this one doesn't even have a separate bedroom. It's all like one room. I'm pretty sure I kept it that way anyway. And it's only 1 bedroom, and that's because we didn't use any DEBUG. So there's no cheap sofa, or not sofa, the cheap bed from Eco Lifestyle that you can get from the dumpster. We couldn't use it. So there's no DEBUG in here, which was a little bit of a challenge for me because even in non-price restricted builds, I always use DEBUG for landscaping, for decorations, what have you. I love DEBUG. I love show live edit objects, but we did not use it in this build. We're just using game content, and I think it came out pretty nice considering that a lot of the things in the game that aren't DEBUG actually aren't that cheap, and honestly, this would have been way harder or near impossible if we were just using base game because the things in base game cost so much money. But if you wanted to try something like this, some tips would be, using DEBUG. You could also use roofs instead of walls. That saves you a lot of money because walls are pretty expensive. I actually don't know how much a single wall is, but it adds up very quickly. But we do end up having a space to sit down in a living room, a full kitchen space, a full bathroom, and a bed. There's no eating area, but you can sit on the couch or the side of your bed or your toilet if you'd like. There's lots of options there. And it looks like I am going for like this beautiful dark bluish green color with some yellows and oranges. I wanted it to be very vibrant and happy because it's going to be such a small space. So that's what I went for. And then did I keep that? I feel like I didn't keep that. No, I did not keep the mosquito window. I overused that window because it's the best window in the game. Let me know if you agree. The mosquito windows are just so amazing. That stuff pack is worth it, in my opinion, for the windows alone. But I ended up using this one from Get Famous, I believe, instead. And I really love how well the swatch of the bed matches the swatch of the couch because the bed's from City Living and then the couch is from Nifty Knitting. So I like that. I'm extending the roof out here. I played around with some various roof textures. I think I went with one of the solar panel ones in the end because it looked a little bit nicer. But it's a very small house. This is on the Crick Cabana lot, which is a 20 by 15 lot at the end of like the cheap neighborhood in Willow Creek. I want to say this is no, the neighborhood's not called Bargain Bend. One of the houses is, right? I'm not really sure. But this is the Crick Cabana. I think we're pretty close to that tree. Is that this neighborhood or is that a different neighborhood? I'm getting them confused. Anyway, that's the name of the lot, Crick Cabana. I got to use the door from Eco Lifestyle though, because that's in the regular menu and it's so cheap. Seriously, like Eco Lifestyle brings in so many items that are so affordable for you to go ahead and grab. I really, really like that pack. That one's really up there for me. I feel like I've been getting asked a lot lately, what's your favorite pack? What expansion pack would you recommend? And it had always been Seasons. And I still really love Seasons, but I've also very much enjoyed the most recent expansion packs being Eco Lifestyle and Snowy Escape. So I have no idea what my favorite expansion pack is right now. I know my favorite stuff pack is Tiny Living. Like Laundry Day got to be pushed aside a little bit. Like Tiny Living is amazing. But expansion pack, I really don't know. I don't. I don't know why I'm rambling about that in this voiceover though. But yeah, we're trying to figure out some window situations here. I end up moving some of the windows around because I didn't like how it looked. I wanted some windows in different spaces, and there ends up being less windows on the front of the house, actually. There ends up just being one small one. You'll see that momentarily as we're figuring out the wallpaper on the outside as well. I end up having this wood from Island Living, and I think the other wallpaper I use is also from Island Living. It is a stone wallpaper, and it's a cute combo. I don't think I've ever used these two together before, and I quite like it. I don't think it matters too much, but I just wanted to point out that this build was done before the platforms update, so we don't have access to platforms in this, so there's none being used. I don't know if there was a good spot to use them anyway, but I just wanted to put it out there. We did not use platforms. Just figuring out those windows and, of course, trying to figure out what else I could afford to make the outside look a little bit more interesting, because that budget and no debug, I mean. Also, towards the end of this, I'm going to place down 2 trees on this lot. I think they're like 1 or 2 simoleons. They're from vampires. They're like rotten-looking evergreen trees. And I never knew they had other swatches on them. I thought they were always brown. I was so excited because I placed them down because it was like the only tree we could afford, and everyone's like, why don't you change the swatch? And it was like, there's swatches? It was a very exciting moment. But over here, I have a bedside table and a lamp, you know, simple things. I'm glad we could afford them. I also, what rug did we end up doing? I think this one. Yeah, this yellow one from, oh my gosh, my voice is going. I think we're good now. I don't know what that was. Sometimes when I'm doing voiceovers, my voice is just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. But obviously I want to do it, just my voice doesn't. But that rug that we placed down is from University. I thought it matched really well, the yellow with the yellow. Yeah, that was a great explanation. This voiceover is literally a mess today. I think it's just because I feel like it's a little bit difficult to do something that's so short and such a small build. Like, what do I say about it? But I did want to share it because I thought it came out really cute, and it was kind of a fun challenge not to use debug and still have a functioning home under 7,000 simoleons. But no worries if you're not into the tiny homes and stuff. I have some bigger things in the works that I'm very excited to share sometime soon. So keep an eye out on the channel, and let's place down those trees I didn't know had swatches. Like, who knew they had swatches? And with that, we're heading on into screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and click that bell to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. I almost said that wrong. And enjoy the screenshots. See you guys next time. Bye, everybody.